It's never a quick trip to town for Kathy and Kerry MacDonald.
You can't walk down the street without seeing somebody you know or feeling in a familiar environment.
They've called Longreach home for most of their lives, but since Kerry developed a heart condition, they've been forced to regularly travel from the outback to Brisbane, 1,200 kilometres away, to see specialists. The 80-year-old was offered a spot in a 3-year medical trial in the capital, but turned it down.
We agonised over it, we'd have to leave and virtually start another life.
Advocacy groups say too many older Queenslanders are forced to choose between their home and their health.
People are having to move away to access health services and other supports. That has a whole, grief, loss, trauma associated with that.
The divide is deepening between country and city life. Rural doctors warn cost of living and housing pressures have exacerbated the problem, with more people moving to the regions, putting further pressure on existing services.
Some of our rural and remote communities are waiting 5 to 6 weeks before they can even see their general practitioner.
The stark reality is the further from the city someone lives, the earlier they could die. The most recent data from Queensland Health shows the median age of death in very remote parts of the state was 75 years old compared to 81 in major cities. And those in the most disadvantaged areas die on average 3 years earlier than those in high socio-economic areas. Coronary heart disease remains the leading cause of death, and it's largely preventable.
We are actually seeing people presenting a lot later in disease progression, and therefore their outcomes are nowhere near as good as if we'd picked it up earlier.
Advocacy groups want a bigger investment in health from both the state and federal governments.
It shouldn't matter what your postcode is. Every Queenslander and every Australian, for that matter, deserves to have the same sort of access to good quality healthcare.
The MacDonalds plan to stay in their beloved postcode for as long as possible. Despite the tyranny of distance, they feel they're among the lucky ones.
We have doctors who look after us very well. If we need specialist treatment, we're sent away. We feel that we don't miss out too much.